Hi there, this is Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine. I'm here at the Templeton University for the, what's the word they use for this?
East Coast Black Age of Comics Convention.
Right, but there's another,
ECBACC. For short.
Okay, ECBACC. What's the date again now? Oh yeah, May 17th.
Yes, May 17th, 2008. We're on board. Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Rich Hall.
Yes.
And you're here with your comic book company. And what's the name of your company?
My company is called HALLBOYCOMICS. Started by myself actually last year. So our debut was last year's ECBACC, and this is actually our second time out. We feature African American characters in real world and often fantastic settings, characters of often unlimited and unprecedented strength and power.
Is there going to be a comic book on this now?
Yes, we're working on the comic right now. We're going to probably get a graphic novel sort of mixed comic where you get an introduction to all the characters first before we start getting into the major books. Our first book should be The Addams Family, featuring what I like to call the mix between the Fantastic Four and the Cosby Show. They're a family of super adventurers, also scientists and academics. The father is a military man, his name is Brock Addams. The mother is Diane Addams, she's a super geneticist. The son is a physicist, and the daughter is actually a pop sensation. And so that'll be our first book, hopefully, coming out. And then our second should be G-Theory, featuring a more urban book, featuring two characters, Gravitas and Darkseid. Gravitas being a former superhero, Darkseid being a former supervillain. After a while, they sort of got out of practice and became best friends. But then later on down the line, they meet these two young guys. This guy here is Kenneth and Adelion, and they find out they also have super abilities and decide to take them under their wing and tutor them. In the very first issue, the two kids actually get into a fight and blow up a city block, and so they have to sort of deal with the fallout from these sort of young kids having these super abilities. Following that will be our Quest of Sif book, which is like a Lord of the Rings kind of sword and fantasy type of thing, featuring Hamilton Sif, a young adventurer who goes out of his hometown and into the world to find adventure and sort of find himself in the world. And then our opus, our biggest idea will be Oya, which is actually a Yoruban, based on Yoruban mythology. Our character named Oya Teyadeli, who's actually queen of in Yoruban mythology. And her book will be about the gods coming to Earth and the sort of the fallout with mankind having to deal with the African gods returning to Earth and sort of establishing their pantheon here on their floating island of New Oyo above Nigeria. So,
how many pages would that be?
Would this one be?
All of them, actually.
Wow. We're trying to do graphic novels, so occasionally, like G-Theory will be coming out in a series of small books. Sif might be a web comic, is what we're looking at right now. Oya will be a 60-page graphic novel, so Oya will be a done-in-one sort of movie experience when you see her. And then some of the other ones will be coming out sort of staggered as individual issues.
What about the Addams Family? The
Addams Family? I want to do the Addams Family as a series of almost vignettes, so sometimes you'll get like a 5-page story, sometimes a 20 or sometimes a 40-page story. It's more of an open sort of format, almost like a cartoon where you're not really sure what the length is going to be. Sometimes you get 2 episodes in one, sometimes you get, say, 3, sometimes you get 2 full things. Then we're going to collect all of the Addams Family into sort of a graphic novel type of thing.
Okay, are you also trying to do the Addams Family as a cartoon? Because I look on your t-shirt here.
Yeah.
And it's, you have 2 types of drawing. One with the Addams Family here.
Yes, the more realistic sort of painted art, and then we have sort of the colorful kind of kitty-looking art. And so we want to sort of make it a more toyetic product. We're looking into sort of what kind of products we can make, what type of merchandise, and how that will sort of bring us into more mainstream market. Because we feel like this is one of our strongest properties, and it's one of those properties you can definitely see toys made out of and things like that. So,
what about the other properties right here?
And we're also looking into, like, Oya, I would love to see it as a movie. I think it's one of those things that we would almost, I mean, there are very few African-American heroes that could actually handle their own film. I mean, we have Storm up here, but, you know, she's more in an ensemble cast. I mean, she's part of the X-Men. You're not going to see a Storm movie. You might see a Wolverine movie. You know, they're talking about making a Magneto movie,
well,
but you
actually,
wouldn't see.
There is a Wolverine movie coming out later this year.
Yeah, but they're not making a Storm movie because she's sort of a side character in a much bigger thing. So what we wanted to do when we established Oya is we wanted to make not only, you know, I noticed that there was this, if you look at the Disney princesses line, up until, say, this year, there was no African-American princess in the Disney princess line. There was Cinderella, Snow White, Jasmine, who's Arabian, but no African American or no African or no black princesses. And so I thought somebody needs to bring to the market an African or even African American, a black princess with abilities, with all the sort of the tapestry that comes with being a princess, that beauty image that comes with identifying with that sort of princess appeal that all little girls have inside of them, the desire to be a princess. And so I wanted to sort of bring out that. So I see it as being a movie, maybe a cartoon or something like that, because I feel like it's really something that's missing in the industry.
Now you're also doing trading cards?
Yes, we also have trading cards that I put together. Feature each of the characters as well as some other ones. I've got different variations, so these are actually the close-up variations that give you a lot of the detail from the characters. But I also have some with them further away, where you can see just sort of getting the full picture of the characters. We're giving those away for about $1, so
okay.
You know, and I give you the little case and everything.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, we're trying to, like I said, get into merchandising and sort of diversifying what we offer, because right now it's taking so long for us to get the books together, because putting a book together is a pretty laborious process, particularly when you're doing it in your part-time. So we're trying to get that together, working with like our friends at Heroes Press Printing and other sort of small press people to get some stuff out to the people so they can have product.
Okay. Well, you should be at the licensing show then next month, huh?
Yeah, I'll be working on that.
Okay, well, thank you. Which hall?
Thank you very much.
From your
HALLBOYCOMICS, sorry.
HALLBOYCOMICS. From Roderick from Toy Masters Video Magazine here at ECBACC 2008. Thank you.
Have a good one.